2023 is coming to a close, ladies and gentlemen, and we have got a lot of content from the Sonic series this year. I think we got at least equal to or even more content than in 2022. So I think it's safe to say that Sonic fans have been eating good. But I think it's time for a review. I'm here to answer the question, is the Sonic sweep still going strong in 2023? Well, in this video, I want to go over everything that we've gotten in the Sonic series in 2023 and see how we're doing. And I also want to take a look into the future of the series in 2024. So let's end this year off strong. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And let's just jump right into it, man. So first up, let's talk about the one thing I don't think anybody saw coming this year. The murder of Sonic the Hedgehog. A fun and charming murder mystery visual novel that was released as an April Fool's joke. But unironically, it's one of the best things to come out this year. The game itself isn't anything too crazy. It's a visual novel with some little gameplay segments, right? But the game is just so charming, man. Everywhere you look, this game just oozes with passion from the people who worked on the game. From the character writing, to the art, to even the music. The fact that this game came out on April Fool's as a joke, and is actually one of the best things we have gotten from the Sonic series, is just poetry, man. Up next, we have Sonic Prime Season 2. Now, I personally really liked it, especially compared to the first season of Prime. To me, it improved on basically everything that the first season did. It made the League of Egg, or whatever they're fucking called, way more enjoyable to watch. Sonic was less annoying in this season, which was something that I and a lot of people had issue with. The worlds were merging together more, so we got some really cool interactions between different versions of characters. And the animation stays as some of the best we have seen in a Sonic TV show. Now, I know this show has become, a part of a hot debate going around in the community, but I personally really enjoyed it, and I cannot wait for the final season. Up next, we have Sonic Superstars. Now, going into this game, I was already calm with it, man. I haven't felt this confident in a Sonic game in a long time, man. And that was a good feeling. And for me, this game was in my top 3 favorite classic Sonic games. And I personally think it beats out Mania. The game is completely original, so you're not retreading any old ground. The level design is really solid, minus 1 or 2 stages. The music, while there are some misses, when it hits, man. The most important part, the controls are spot on with the Genesis games, so it feels really nice to play. The multiplayer is fun with friends, even though it does need some work. The addition of Trip as a new playable character, there's just so much added to this game that I enjoy, and I've been just having such a blast speedrunning this game on Time Attack. And again, I know the reception of the game is mixed, but personally it's my second favorite classic game, beating out Mania. And it even was nominated for Best Family Game of 2023 at the Game Awards, even though it wasn't gonna win. Nonetheless, a nomination is still insane for a Sonic game too, so I'm really glad with how this game came out, and I cannot wait for whatever, if they make a Superstars Plus or whatever they do. Up next, we have Sonic Dream Team, which, truth be told, came out of nowhere, to be frankly honest with you. The trailer dropped a month before the game dropped, and when it did drop, I thought it was a really good game. The overall quality of the game itself is really good, and I guess that's what Apple money gets you, huh? The animations were some of the best in the Sonic series we've ever seen. The controls were solid as well. The level design was being a mix of open and linear design. The controls complemented the level design well as well, and all throughout the game there was like these sprinkles of an adventure game, but there were like adventure elements like multiple playable characters, open level design, character specific challenges, leading me to call this game Sonic Adventure Lite in my review. Now, this game was a really solid title, but it came with the caveat of being an Apple Arcade exclusive, which was a massive bummer and a major deal breaker for a lot of people. But hopefully that doesn't last and it finds its way onto other platforms in the future, which I do think is going to happen. But this game was such a nice surprise for the end of the year. And finally, I have saved the best for last. Sonic Frontiers DLC. Now, this was a big thing that everyone, I think, enjoyed this year. And I think it helped that all of the content was split into different updates, so that while we were waiting for the next update, we could play around with the one we just got. Now, updates 1 and 2 all focused on like quality of life changes and gameplay changes, including but not limited to new jukebox, camera mode, extreme difficulty and new game plus, battle mode, time attack mode, new Coco challenges, which are some of the best platforming challenges in the game, action chain challenges that are ranked, the introduction of momentum, the spin dash, which may I add was the first time in a mainline 3D Sonic game has had a proper spin dash since Sonic 06. No, you don't count. You go. There are so many changes in the first 2 updates that by the end of them, the game felt completely different from launch, and they only improved the game, which is a plus, of course, always. But then, Update 3 launched, and I fell in love with it. We got the introduction of 3 new characters in a Sonic game. The first time we have had that since Sonic 06, for real this time. They completely redid the ending of the game, improving the story and the final island, Oranos, making it feel more climactic. The final boss was changed to become one of, if not the best final bosses in any Sonic game ever. The difficulty was cranked up to 11, which was a point of contention for some, but for me, I love that. The new towers, besides the first one, which is again Roblox, obby, bullshit, were really fun to climb and were some of the best platforming challenges in the game. They even remixed some cyberspace stages, which became the best cyberspace stages in the entire game. While yeah, not everything was perfect, this shows that Kishimoto was listening, and do I have to talk about it? Kishimoto has been answering and responding to so much fan feedback all throughout the development of these updates, and it was so nice to see our feedback being implemented into the game, like with momentum, the spin dash, and we can see how the team is improving with the Coco challenges. It shows us that they could still make really fun and engaging platforming in 3D. And the more I go back and play it, the more I fall in love with the Final Horizons. And even after launch, Sonic Frontiers proves to be one of the most successful Sonic games ever. With first of all, the sales, making, I think the last time we listed it was at 3.5 million sales worldwide, and it's probably at 4 million at this point, I don't even know. It won a bunch of awards, like the TGS Most Anticipated Game of 2022 in Japan. It won the Famitsu Game Awards Best Action Adventure Game, beating out God of War. It won the CDEC 2023 Excellence Award for Best Soundtrack, which it should have gotten in the Game Awards in 2022, but I digress. It got the TGS Japanese Game Awards Excellence Award, which is like one of the best awards there. And it also won a PlayStation Partner Award, which is awarded to the games that sold the best. Just for a Sonic game, that's a lot of awards, man. And again, this shows Sega that when you actually have passion in a game, you will get a good product. And I just hope that for the next game, and I've said this 1,000 times this year, that they give Sonic Team the proper time, the proper budget, the proper manpower, the proper talent to make the next open zone game. Because if they do, with the right direction and the right people, they could make one of the best Sonic games ever created. And that basically wraps up everything major happening in 2023 with the Sonic series. Now, of course, I can't forget, of course, the Sonic Symphony, which I'm going to be going to in a few weeks. The IDW comics, Sonic Origins Plus. We were cooking this year. We have gotten so much stuff this year, and it doesn't stop. Next year, we're getting the Knuckles TV show. The final season of Sonic Prime is coming out. Sonic Movie 3, which has to be one of the most anticipated movies of that year, probably. And if Zippo is correct, we might even get a lower budget Sonic game next year with a playable Shadow. Next year definitely seems to be more on the multimedia side, which does give the devs over at Sonic Team more time to cook their next big game. And if we get this cycle of, games and then multimedia, then I have no problem with that. But truthfully, I'm just really, really happy to see the series thriving again, especially after being in the state of uncertainty for so long. Their series is looking stronger than ever after Sonic Movie 2 and Frontiers. And with Sega's new plan of reviving a bunch of old, Dreamcast IPs, Sonic could definitely be in the mix. And that potentially could mean the return of something big. But that's gonna have to wait for another time. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to like and subscribe, turn on notifications, and comment down below what do y'all think of Sonic in 2023. Did you guys enjoy the content that you got? Did you guys not enjoy the content? Let me know. Also guys, this will be the last video of the year. I just want to say before I log off, thank you guys so much for everything that happened this year. This year, I could not have anticipated this. So I think I give this speech like 3 times already in the past few months. But I just want to say thank you guys so much. I started making content a few months ago. Like seriously, right? And it's only been up, man. I just want to say thank you to everybody who subscribed a long time ago, who subscribed now, because y'all are important, man. I would not be here if it wasn't for you guys. I just want you to know that without you guys, I would not be here, because I wouldn't have a following and I wouldn't be talking to people. I wouldn't have met amazing people in the community. I wouldn't even probably be doing this thing I'll be doing right now. I'll probably be miserable or something. But I just want to say I will forever be grateful for y'all, and that's all I gotta say for today. Happy New Year's, everybody, and I hope to see y'all in 2024. Bye bye.